What is up? Welcome back to another live stream repair. To another live stream repair. We're going to start with one that we've already looked at a few days ago. We weren't able to immediately reproduce issues, but in time we were able to see what they were talking about, what was going on. After this one, we're going to take a look at another one with a similar story. It showed up. It was working fine for us, but actually with this one, it's been working fine still. We do have some stuff that we can replace in there as far as usual suspects go. Not the usual dead diode. The diode failure is usually it's dead or it's not kind of deal. It doesn't fail and then come back and then fail or not again. It's either dead or not. It doesn't come back. So it's not the diode. We'll probably give it a new power supply and the usual maintenance rounds. And then we have Edgardo with no power that showed up today. And yes, I sound sick. Oh no. I feel fine. I'd certainly, my nose definitely feels maybe slightly congested. I did just finish eating dinner. I got some spicy teriyaki. So, I feel perfectly fine. Yeah. Thank you for your concern. Let's see who else. 3937. They have no power. 3952 also has no power. 4002 has some bad base. 4034 no power. And 3997. Yep, no power. Let's get our cameras situated here. Let's see. Can I just unplug this and plug it in and go here and pick the same phone? No, we gotta go here. Change it again, and then Baba Booey. Okay. And then one other thing that we must do here really quick is let's go ahead and shoot these folks a message and let them know that we're starting so they can watch, and then we'll start. Alright. So we've got the first folk messaged. Let's get the second folk messaged. Alright. We have emailed enough folks. Stefan, of course, welcome. John David, welcome, welcome. Shuffle Hands, welcome, welcome. I've secured one of those little bottle cover things. It's freaking fruit fly season, man. I opened my beer and immediately, as soon as I put it down, there were 3 of them on my stuff. There's like 2 more floating around my desk here. I hate these suckers. Okay. Anyways, we're gonna be working on David's here first. When we got it in, and when you first check it out, it doesn't have any problems with sound. It pretty much works just fine. You have to let it run for a while, and then it will suddenly stop producing sound entirely, even though it still thinks it's playing music back. So, what we're gonna do, unless we find any obvious damage inside, I suspect the issue is with a failing main amp controller. Of course, on the amplifier board. So, we could just replace the amp chip, or the controller chip on the amplifier, and then see if that fixes it. Or what we're gonna do here instead is we're going to crack it open and replace the whole amplifier board. I'll take some more time with it by myself to see what the heck is going on here. But we'll swap their amplifier with we'll go ahead and pull another parts board once we get inside this one, and we'll refurbish an amplifier for their HomePod here, instead of taking guesses as to what could be causing it and taking any more time here. This kind of behavior is usually not a logic board issue. If it was, it would more than likely stop playing music and have other weird behaviors. You set a bug on fire. I'm pretty sure a YouTuber got a channel strike for doing that. I think it was Cody's Lab. Okay, and yeah, no, he wasn't doing it just for fun, just to torture them. He was making perfectly valid educational content. Does anybody else watch Cody's Lab? I love me some Cody's Lab. You found some blank tapes at a thrift store yesterday? Very nice. Channel strike because enough people reported him for animal cruelty. Fancy that. And then he got in trouble for microwaving fruit flies, I think. even though that it didn't hurt them whatsoever. I don't know, Ming. I don't know. I don't know, Mango. Would he have gotten a channel stripe for spraying them with bug killer though? Probably not. Cause that's a humane death, quote unquote. I could hear the justification now. Oh yeah, no. If you see bugs on your TV, there's a good chance that they are already in your TV. It's like mold. If you see mold on the outside of your bread or cheese, it's already in it. Actually, wait, wasn't that a myth? Didn't that end up being FUBAR? They're in the walls. Is that a baby Chell? Is that child awake? You slept through quite a fair bit. I threw you into the car when we took Mom to work. You weren't happy about that, but you grumped through it and you pretty much stayed asleep. And you stayed asleep until we got home and I threw you on the couch. What's up, child? Come here. What's up? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, baby. Babies. Here, you want a bottle? Oh, sweet baby. Nah, she's back asleep. For now. She'll probably wake up for real in a few minutes here. Okay, here is our amplifier. This is almost certainly where their issues are coming from. And kind of as I expected, I don't see any obvious reasons why this would intermittently work. I'm gonna mark it. I think this is the component that's causing the problem, but I don't want to waste a bunch of more time trying to find out here and now. Especially when I've got enough parts to spare for now. You don't want to go back to school tomorrow? Yeah, it's all only temporary. Enjoy it while you can, man. And if you think you're too smart for it, then you can always take a GED test and drop out, like I did. But that is you know, by no means advice. I wouldn't recommend anybody just go and do that. There's a lot to consider. I did it because it was required for me in order to enlist in the military. Woo! Ansel, what is up? Welcome back. Glad you could rejoin us here. We'll be getting to yours right after David's here. Shouldn't be too much longer. Famous last words. Yeah, actually, imagine going back to school in the middle of August. What the heck is going on? I'm used to back to school being like September. Or maybe I'm misremembering and Stefan's got me all messed up here. Alright, we've got our donor board. We're going to be fixing this instead of spending too much time trying to figure out what's going on their other board. Oh, my soldering iron is in the car. I gotta go grab that. Folks. One day, we will try out the iFixit soldering iron. He was doing car audio stuff without us. No. Not this time as much as I want it to be. I'm trying to fix an issue with my car where it's just pulling too much timing and overfueling way too much. It seems like it's going into safety mode, but I can't find any logs or malfunctioning sensors to correlate or to corroborate that theory. I've tried bypassing multiple sensors directly at the ECU harness in case it's a general issue, wiring harness issue somewhere throughout the car, and I am at my wit's end. I'm about to throw the whole car in the trash, or at least the frickin' engine, computer, and wiring harness, and spend another $2,000 on parts to try to fix the darn thing. That Z32. The Z32 is just absolutely cursed. The Z31, I can throw $1,000 at that thing, and I can make like 500 to 700 horsepower reliably for years. The Z32, it cries. It cries and moans in pain every time I get in it, every morning. And gives me some reason it pushes me closer to just getting rid of the darn thing, but I love it so much at the same time. When it runs so nice, and it's such a cool car. But man, but I like it so much. I can't bring myself to actually getting rid of it. Get a Yugo. Oh, I'd love to get a Yugo. I don't have the room for any more cars right now, though. That's my current problem. Sell some HomePods and you'll have room. Yeah, you're right. You got me. Alright, we got some new fart filters. Those love to go bad and cause, of course, death farts and all sorts of bass issues. We've also got a 46K data diode on here. In all likeliness, this board was simply just not powering on, and all it really needs is a new one of these diodes to get working again. That'll make it an excellent replacement board for David here. Make a shell for HomePod out of clear 3D resin. Oh yeah, sure. I don't see why not. 3D scan and clean up the 3D scanned model of the original shell and then just crank out a model and shove it in a resin printer, right? Oh, I'd love to get my hands on a resin printer. Yeah, that would actually look really neat. I guess you know, I could do that without the printer. I could just take the scan myself and send it to someone else to print for me. Sell it for millions to some collector. One of one Joni Ives special edition. PCBWay was one of the ones I was thinking of, yeah. They sponsored OpenSauce and made their badges too. Making the tweeters transparent. Now you're getting carried away. You just woke up? Sounds like a busy day, man. Welcome back. I could go for a nap. But I'm afraid if I fall asleep, I'll wake up at 2 in the morning and be stuck with nothing, not being able to do nothing. See, Nixon is just waking up. Stefan is just going to bed. And somehow, both of yours sleep schedules are still messed up. Okay, that is a pretty crazy schedule, Stefan. I'd probably die. I just couldn't sleep that much. I don't think. The little drawstring assembly is so extra. Hey, you listen here. You listen here. We appreciate our drawstrings here because they took them away on the 2nd gen. And it's a whole ordeal tightening the drawstring. It can take as long to tighten the drawstring on a 2nd gen as it takes us to fix a whole 1st gen. We love our drawstrings here. That's to reduce the shipping weight. That's hilarious. That's a good one. You're seeing a lot of broken minis on TikTok. What do you mean? What do you mean? Bunch of people with is it ghost touch issues?
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Very nice. Yeah, I've had a number of people complaining to me, asking for mini repairs, and it does, now that you mention it, it does kind of feel like it got more frequent the past few weeks. Alright, so we've got Ansel here up now. Their issue is strange. It works for us, and it's been working throughout our entire testing duration. But they swear, and I believe it, that it stopped powering on for them, and they've tried everything. But it's started turning right on for us. So we're going to replace the usual suspects. and that should get it going. All of them are no power. Huh. I wonder how many people haven't bothered trying to plug them into a USB-C Mac and restoring the software, because that's like a 50-50 shot. Whenever I buy a broken no power mini, it's like a 50% chance it's actually a hardware issue and a 50% chance it just needed a software restore. Even though it didn't show any signs of life plugged into an adapter normally. It's a weird recovery mode. And it makes it look like the thing's physically dead. HomePad, give me the HomePad. Where's the HomePad? The what, Stefan? The what? So here's what we're gonna do. It's this here power supply that we're gonna replace as a whole. Well, I tried putting a question mark on that. Let's try that again. There we go. We'll grab a known goods supply here. And we'll do a little maintenance while we've got this thing here and apart. Alright, Stefan, you're getting weird. I think you need sleep. Only 256 I mean, Stefan. And this doesn't have anything to do with their behavior, like I was saying earlier. These diodes are either dead or they're not, and they don't come back from the dead. If they're dead, they stay dead. They don't intermittently fail. But it does have the date code that we often see failing and causing no power, so it is worth replacing while we've got it here. Alright, let's put it back together. This stupid heat gun doesn't know that I put it back into the mount. It wants to sit there and burn itself out. Something magnets, how do they work? You're going to sleep. Sleep well. Oh yeah, will do. Hello. Are you still waking up? What's that? Are you eating a sticker? You want your tablet? No, that one's not yours. Here you go. This one's yours.
Of course.
Is this your speaker? Whee! That's Chell gets her own HomePod.
Oh, look. I got this.
Okay, alright.
Okay.
Okay.
What? I got this.
You want your tablet?
I want to tell you.
Yeah.
Look.
Here,
I got this.
you've been a good kid today, so
Mommy.
we shall
It's not sad.
reward you with your digital experience. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, look. I got a baby.
A baby.
Apple.
Alright, so it is going to start playing music because it is still set up on my home here.
Snap, snap, snap.
But we're going to continue letting it test as much as we can before we send it back to him. Let's get the next one up here. We've got Edgardo here with actually no power, I do believe. Something that we can show you folks actually here and now. Yeah, you had a HomePod to share between the 12 of us, and it was a mini. Oh, jeez. Alright. Yes, of course, Ansel. We'll catch up with you later tonight after our stream. It'll be late tonight. We're pretty far behind quite a bit and quite a lot here. The only thing we're not really behind on, believe it or not, are the actual repairs. Today, I finally... Well, and yesterday too. Yesterday's queue was mostly stuff that showed up yesterday, and today's queue is mostly stuff that showed up today. It's been a hot few months, I think, since we've been working through queues of stuff that showed up the same day, and that's where I like to be, is being able to fix stuff the day it shows up and turn it around and get it out the door the next day. Got quite a lot of dust build up on this one. We'll see if we can't make that look even better once we got it apart. Uh-oh. Shuffle hands. Welcome back. Stefan said goodnight. What'd you do? You drop your HomePod, kid? You're gonna have to send that into Nick's fix. To get fixed by Nick, the fixer. And I'll charge you full price for it too, kid. Hey! No! Put that back! I need that. She keeps taking... she keeps taking the tape off our HomePods. I don't know why it makes her so upset, too. No, I can't have you taking the tape off people's HomePods. That's how we know whose is whose. I even made one for you. I'm gonna have to get a table set up and keep it away from you, aren't I? Another day, another Sean. Welcome back to the chat. The kid took the tape, the name tapes off of everybody's HomePod yesterday that we fixed. And I had to take like half an hour figuring out whose was whose all over again based on how each check mark compared to the live stream when I put it on next to the name tape. Fun times. But it's easily the least destructive thing that my 2.5-year-old could be doing, considering she's got free roam to the whole living room, right? I mean, she could be. Well, there she goes. She's grabbing the keyboard now. The keyboard's hers. But she could be, she could be poking holes in speakers and coloring computers and destroying all sorts of stuff. So I really can't complain. Is it really the man, the myth, the freaking miracle Jeff? What is up? Welcome back, brother. You know you're like one of my favorite customers, right? Like, I've had all sorts of customers spend way more money. I just like you. You're cool. You got a cool name. You got a great attitude. You make me just a little more positive. Can I fix a second gen HomePod though? However, that's a big if. That's a big if. It has been hit or miss. We have taken in a handful of second gens by now. And it's been about a 50-50 hit or miss whether we've been able to get it working again or not. Unfortunately, the thing with the second gens is we just don't have nearly as many of them sitting around to sacrifice for parts if we need the spares. Not to mention if it needs a software restore. Nobody's figured out the USB connection to it and how to force a software restore over the USB connection. So if the software that's loaded onto it at the moment is buggered, you're screwed even if you've got the hardware fixed. And we ran into that. Not to mention, it genuinely seems like a number of these second gen HomePods with no power are really similar to some of those minis with no power where, like we were talking about earlier, you plug it into the wall or a power adapter and it just does nothing. But you plug it into your Mac via USB-C the Mini that is. Bada bing, bada boom, it springs right into recovery mode, lets you restore the software on it, and then you can plug it into an adapter and it works just fine every time thereafter. I think there's a similar problem going on with the second gens. Anyways, too much ranting and rambling, didn't pay attention. Tell me your answer. Do you fix second gens, yes or no? I'm willing to take a look. I can't guarantee it can be fixed, but you're only out shipping costs if we can't fix it and you want it back, or we'll give you some money for it if we can't fix it. Or maybe we can actually fix it. There is still a pretty good chance. We have saved a couple of second gens here. One particular issue we won't bother with, though, is like the ghost touches or the phantom touching, where it's like starting and stopping music all by itself, or changing the volume or triggering the voice assistant all by itself, and or it feels like the touch surface is less responsive than it should be. That's all stuff we can't fix because it requires a new touch panel. Basically the same thing as one of these in the first gen, but for the second gen. And we don't have a source for these. Somebody is making new ones of these, but they're way overseas and shipping and tariffs. Woo! It's we do not have the cash sitting around to just drop on a large batch of replacement touch panels and hope that we get enough repairs over the years to make our money back. Unfortunately, that's not where we're at here. So those end up being no fixes, but we're happy to buy them off people. It's not you're not making a bunch of money, you're not getting what you paid for it back, but it beats throwing it in the trash. How's your baby? She's doing fantastic and fine. She's got the keyboard right now. She's throwing it around and jumping on it and learning all about it. You can just disconnect the touch panel. Yes. I was gonna get to that. You can work around the ghost touch issue for both the second gen and the Mini if you just unplug the touch panel. Of course, now you can't interact with it with touch, but if it's already set up on your home, you can still use voice commands. You can still control it from your phone or your tablet. You can still connect to it via AirPlay and use it as a normal speaker. You just can't touch it to do anything or change anything. It's a fair compromise for being able to get a full night's sleep without it blasting Stefan's music at full volume all of a sudden. Uh-oh, there's an also. Cho, what are you watching? Are you watching that weird baby brainwashing content? No, it looks alright, it's just some questionable animation quality. But it's better than what I can make. She's just sitting here on the floor next to us, watching us work on stuff and watching some kind of nursery rhymes. Touchscreen unresponsive and randomly playing music on its own. Yeah, classic Phantom Ghost Touch. Classic case of needs a new touch panel. Unfortunately, not something we've got the parts to be able to fix. Although you could, I mean, if you're confident in taking it apart yourself, a lot of people have broken other things trying to take it apart themselves, but you can absolutely take it apart and just unplug the touch panel. But again, fair warning, lots of people have tried and caused more issues for themselves. So you gotta be careful if you do that. Where are you going, kid? What are you doing? Are you getting more stickers? But I wouldn't even bother shipping that one to us unless you're giving it to us or selling it to us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Can you count to 10?
Yeah, okay.
Can you count to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah? 10! Come here. Come here. Let me see it. This is what she wants. What's in here? Oh, is this mommy's? This better not be mommy's. Don't ruin it. Here you go. Why did my other monitor turn off? Oh, I know why my other monitor turned off. I took the power adapter for it. Oh, I almost plowed you down, kid. You gotta watch where you're walking. I can't stop on a dime anymore. Okay. The second monitor should be charging now. I can't see the chat.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
Oh, well, we got that working at least.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
No, this isn't yours. Leave Mom's stuff alone. Leave her stuff alone. That's your stuff. That you can play with. Alright, well our second monitor has decided to give up. Interesting. No. If your HomePod has the issues that we were describing with Ghost Touch, if it's randomly playing music and randomly, the screens being unresponsive, don't bother sending it to us. We can't fix that. Unfortunately. It requires the parts that we can't get without it being too expensive to repair. $39, $37. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Hey, not yours. Why are you touching all this stuff that's not yours? None of this is yours. Leave it alone. Alright. If you leave it alone, alright? You're being bad. You're being a bad baby. You're being a bad baby. Get back here. Get back here. You want a Bob? You want Baba? I'll make you a Baba if you don't destroy everything in here while I'm making it. You better be good, kid. You better not be being bad. Where'd you go? One bottle for one baby. Here you go. Alright, will my spare monitor turn on finally? Yes, it will. Now, where is the HDMI cord? that's not it. I see it down there, but I can't get it for some reason. I need that. Here we go. Yes. Yes, I can see. I can fight. We'll pop the chat back out over here. And let's get the names. Excuse me, finally switched up on the screen. We've got now 3937 with no power. After this one is going to be 3952, so let's let them know they're coming up soon. Alright. We got a message. Let's see what's going on with this one. No lights, no power. Couple of watts. Probably another dead diode on the amplifier. Ah! Let's get it fixed. No. No. Okay. I might have spoken too early when I said she was being really good with free roam in the living room. No. 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 You gotta stop touching your mom's stuff. None of this belongs to you, okay? And you're gonna get upset about it, and you're gonna have to. But, you know, just because you get upset about it doesn't mean you're gonna get what you want. You've got so much else to play with. figure it out. You want the food? I got this for you. Here. You want some noodles? I got you some noodles, kid. I got these just for you. What is that? Big eye. Now, if you start making a mess with this, I'm gonna get upset. Because that's just wasting food. You want some noodles? What do you say? Please.
Okay.
Okay. Here you go. And you've got some fresh water right here. Alright, will you let me work for another 5 minutes? Can I get another good 5 minutes into this? Yeah, those are good noodles, huh? That's the place right down the street. They make good stuff. They have the best teriyaki that I've had over here. In particular, the spicy chicken, man. It's got a nice texture to it. Jason, what is up? Welcome back. Been a hot minute. It's been hot, man. It's freaking hot. How's the car coming? We're driving it around. Trying to iron out some weird issues, but she runs, she drives. I take it to work twice a week. I drag the kid around town when the wife's at work to a couple of thrift stores. Air conditioning works. You know? Like, you can't complain if the AC works and it goes from point A to point B. I don't know why it wants to run ridiculously rich under boost, despite trying to figure that out, and nothing's smoking any guns. You got a 2007 Nissan Frontier. Ooh, very nice. I've needed to get my hands on some kind of Nissan truck at some point. I need me a truck. I can't keep doing truck stuff in my Z. Ooh, rack and pinion. Well, actually, that shouldn't be as bad on the Frontier. I imagine you just not that difficult to drop the subframe and get that out of there. Unless the Frontier's frickin' unibody and it's just mounted right to the body, and you can just unbolt it, drop it. I don't know. I've never looked into working on any Frontiers. Not familiar with them. But that'll be fun, huh? Nice, easy power steering rack. I don't think I've even done any power steering stuff on any of my cars yet. It's in the front of the truck. Oh, geez. I would hope it's in the front of the truck, eh? Sorry, I had to. Oh, and you got the practice in from the junkyard with the used part ready to go. There you go. You couldn't be much more prepared, man. Pulled like pork. You're ready to go. Most are at the firewall, the Frontier's at the front of the engine. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. Oh, very nice. So they did it right. They built it right. It's not a fake truck, it's a real truck. That'll do it. It's the same flux we've been using for at least a few months now. We did change away from the Chip Quick once it started smelling like sweaty armpits. It's the Mechanics Nano Flux Paste. If you shop soldering tools at all, you're familiar with the Mechanics brand. They sell flux. It's super clear, smoke free, no clean. Works better than the Chip Quick stuff we'd been using. I don't smell anything either. My wife made a comment about it. She was like, I didn't realize because I didn't smell anything anymore. Pretty good. The only downside is, well, I used to only pay $2 or $4 per tube. And prices for everything have gone up, so. And of course it's it's imported, so you're gonna pay tariffs on it too. Thinner, yeah, I think it does run a little thinner cold, but then hot, it's about the same. Once it's under the heat, it flows the same. But it's perfect. It's so much easier to spread it around. But it doesn't creep too far out. It's not too thin. There it is. All right. Knock it off, kid. What the heck? You're not using your words, you're not using your manners, so you're not gonna get nothing. And I know you know all of those. No. No. No, you can't have any of this. No. No, that's for little kids. No, you'll hurt yourself. Can't have you hurt yourself. Why don't you lay down? Why don't you lay down? I think you need to go back to sleep. You need to go back to sleep. I think you were not meant to wake up yet. Someone isn't happy, yeah. I don't know what her deal is today. She's just been on something the past few days. Absolute defiance mode. But she's hitting that age. No one's surprised. Still, you gotta get through it. But I tucked her in, and she's happy for now. We'll see what happens. She'll either fall back asleep, or she'll chill out for a few minutes and then gain a sudden new burst of energy and go until midnight. But usually, what makes her upset is not getting something that she wants, of course. And usually, we usually like spoil her, to be honest. We give her quite a bit. She's got quite a bit. But obviously, I mean, we can't let her have access to all sorts of stuff that'll that she can hurt herself with. Isn't that right, kid? You gotta know what you're dealing with before we let you deal with it. But, anyways, usually what makes her upset is, her not being able to get what she wants. And most of the time, I can just pick her up, put her down somewhere else, and the change of environment is enough to make her move her mind on to something else. And then that gives me a chance to go and hide whatever it was that she was freaking out about. Shuffle hands. Welcome back. Strange coincidence that you join and 3 people leave the viewer count. Yeah, she's happy now. Enjoy the time off while you got it, kid, because I'm gonna put you to work. You're built Ford tough, huh? Oh, you're a Chevy guy. You're a Chevy diehard fan. Is that what it is? Is that what that means? Eh? Yeah, it's okay. Me too. I was born and raised in a Chevrolet Suburban. Nah, I'm with you. Chevys feel like home, and the Fords feel weird. Listen here. My Chevrolet. Jump. Jump. Are you okay with these toys? Or did I just dump a whole bin of toys onto the floor for nothing? She gave me this look. Like, Father, what are you doing? All right. I thought she was gonna get a kick out of that, but she's just completely unfazed. Yeah. I'm not the kind of person to be a brand loyalist over anecdotal evidence such as, well, my neighbor's this, that, and the other thing. Yeah, but the personal experience still, as much as the same as it is as anecdotal evidence, but the personal experience is what seals it for me personally. My mom took us all over in that Suburban. It's been to so many youth groups. It's been AAA'd so many times they were considering adding a fourth A to the name. Like, don't get me started about Ford versus Chevy reliability at all. That all boils down to, like I said, personal and anecdotal experience. At the end of the day, if you want to know which brand is more reliable, I think it boils down more to the particular model, in some cases trim of car that you're looking at, and not just the brand in general. And that's kind of why it's not a good idea, one of many reasons, of course, to not be a brand loyalist. Don't just buy something because it's from your favorite brand. Buy something because it's a legitimately good product that's going to suit your needs. To say that, to make like a blanket general statement that says like Chevy is more reliable than Ford or vice versa, unless you're citing statistics. Personally, I have a hard time paying attention to people when they try to tell me, oh, this or that thing is so great based on. But then I turn around and say the same thing about so much. So it's like the Apple TV and Android debate, or the Apple versus Android debate. They will both work fine for most people. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a slightly different point, but I can still agree with that. I think I don't know, maybe because Android versus iOS is more of it's a bit personal taste, but also a functional preference. Like how do you personally like the thing to work? And there's a lot of differences between Android and iOS. But with cars and trucks and stuff, I mean, there's only so much you can do different. Most of that tends to boil down to, do you like how it drives and do you like how it looks? Right? And then, you know, beyond that, if you take 2 seconds to think about that, how reliable is it too? I wouldn't be caught dead driving a Nissan. Me sitting on the right-hand side of my Fairlady Z in America. Neither is reliable anymore. Yeah, I think I feel we're going into feels territory, not facts territory. I mean, we've been kind of in feels territory the whole time, right? But I feel like reliability in general for most brands, for most things. Oh, go. Here we go. Old man yelling at sky moment. Things are getting less reliable. I remember back in my day. Oh, folks, if it hasn't hit you already, it will. It will one day. And if it never does, then, then I envy you. Like, I get it. You're sick of sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic with an Altima in front of you and a Maxima behind you, and both of them are beat to shit. I get it. But to say you'd be caught dead driving a Nissan, you don't know what Nissan has to offer. I mean, okay, let's clear it up first of all with the Nissan Altima. Do not bang on my dear Altima. The Nissan Altima was actually my very first car. I had a 1997 Nissan Altima that my stepdad gave me. My stepdad was awesome. What a great guy. Like, I could never call him dad, but darn did he try. And he was real cool. Great father figure, excellent moral example. Was there for you. I could, you know, absolutely complete opposite end of the political spectrum as him, but he doesn't let it. He doesn't let it get between you. And he gave me my first car when I got my driver's permit. 1997 Nissan Altima. I think it was the GXE or GLE. I thought that was such a cool car, man. Go ahead and I thought I had such a cool freaking car. And I thought it was fast and cool as shit. Man. Go ahead and look up what a 1997 Nissan Altima looks like, if you don't know off the top of your head. Yeah. Yeah. I thought I was some hot shit. I thought I was such hot shit that I took the air filter off of my engine. And the justification for it was, well, the restriction removed gives me more horsepower now. And then I turned around and added, I literally had 2 totally different brands of car stereos in the car at the same time. I had 2 single DINs stacked on top of each other. I had some random Sony Explode and some random Kenwood Exelon something or other. And I would literally, the whole setup was not screwed in place, so that way I could pull the whole both DINs out and swap the wiring harness between the two, and choose which of the two I felt like listening to in the moment. And my reasoning was, do I want cleaner sound or more bass? Oh man, I was such an idiot. And I had I thought it was so cool. My mom took me to Walmart one day, and she let me walk around in the automotive section and let me pick something out, and I got an exhaust tip, like a muffler tip, and it was just this like metal tube that you just slid over your exhaust tip, and it had the purple LED ring in it. I saw that. I saw the side camera doing that. I know what Stefan means by it having a seizure now. That is weird. I don't know why it does that. But anyways, purple LED rings around this fancy Walmart exhaust tip on my 1997 Nissan Altima. That, and then I stuck some, of course, classic Zombie Hunter eBay decals all over the thing. And yeah, tell you what, if one more person, if we can get a 4th like on the live stream, I'll show you, I will find the photos and show you the photos of this car. It is, I mean, it's not the worst, but it's definitely something that you'd take pictures of and make fun of. But I had Zombie Hunter stickers all over it. I had some Evangelion stickers on it. I thought it was super cool that I had Pirelli tires as well. And I had white underglow. Yeah, I stuck white neon tubes on the sucker. I had a CB radio, a couple of phones mounted to the dashboard, and a laptop, I think, too. Oh, we've exceeded the like count. Okay. Let me see if I can find this here. I do believe I have it on my backup drive. Alright, we gotta do some janky stuff to get my drive here. Alright, we should have What am I doing? Why am I going through all this rigmarole? Well, the only photos I have of my first car are from my Facebook that I deleted years ago, but I made an archive of my Facebook account and backed it up on a couple of hard drives. I don't know where the other hard drives are, but I know there's a copy on that one. Yeah, it's that Bluey. It sounds like Bluey. That's some loud freaking Bluey. If there was a doubt in anyone's mind that you were watching Bluey, I'm sure it's gone now. Did our drive appear? Alright, I have to turn that down. I can't even think. She's got this shit-eating grin on her face like, yeah, I know I maxed the volume out. I know. Oh, is this not working? Why would this not work? It's a simple SATA SSD over USB. And you're telling me I can't so much as see the sucker? See, we're getting real wacky here today. We got the drive going to a SATA to USB adapter. We're gonna have to do USB-C to each of these, I think, and then plug this all directly into my Mac. We have one viewer now. Yeah. I can't plug both USB ports in at the same time. The ports are too close together. I can't. Oh, I know what I can do. Is this thing still charged? Please. 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 Save us. Oh. It's booting up. Yours is 1, not 2. Yeah, this was made more for older drives that required the extra power draw, like actual spinning hard drives. And the second USB port is just for extra power. Which, it doesn't really, obviously, it's not going to need it for an SSD. Hey, there we go, it's open. It's opening. It's connected. It's not on here. Oh yeah, it is. Photos and videos. Your posts. Where's my car? Timeline photos, is that? Nope, it's not timeline photos. Mobile uploads. I'm gonna look in one more folder and then I'm moving on. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. But we're burning time that we don't have. So we'll follow up on the next stream. I'll show you nerds my I'll come prepared next time. Are we putting this together or taking it apart? Oh geez. See, this is what happens, folks. I think we were taking this one apart. No, we were putting it together. We were putting it together. Look at the screws that I have here. Putting it together. Thank you, Jason. Paying attention. Oh, you went back a few minutes. Okay, cheater. I cannot feel bad if literally the people watching me working on these also cannot remember. Except for the guy that we're probably fixing. They're probably watching and they're shaking their fist at the screen. You're putting it back together, please finish! Ah! I don't care about your first car. I want to see my HomePod work again, please! Please! It's okay. I'll get distracted again right before we go to test yours and take another 30 minutes. I got distracted. Unironically, I am so sorry. I pulled my phone out and I started looking for something and I got distracted. I'm so sorry. Oh, I thought for a second I posted pictures of my Altima in a Discord server. And I thought it was going to be a quick and easy search to just search for Altima. But that was not the case. Surprise, surprise, I'm not the only one who's ever mentioned Altima in a public Discord server. Hey, good night, Jason. Thanks for dropping by. Hope to catch you again here soon. Okay, alright.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info.
Beautiful. Can we finish this queue before the wife gets home? Challenge. I don't think so. I don't know about that. We got 3 more still. 3 including this one. There's a chance. There's a chance if we can lock it the F in. Yeah, that's quite poppy. That needs a new set of filters at the least. We'll treat it to a new subwoofer gasket as well. And see what else it needs while we're at it. Bless you. You sneeze like my mother. In quick succession with at least 3 to 4 sneezes every time. Minimum. One person watching. I bet that's just shuffle hands. You and me and you. Both of us together. Sometimes YouTube just won't, like the chat replay won't ever upload with the live stream, and it'll just be hours of me talking to myself and sounding like absolutely crazy, a total lunatic, multiple personalities and all. The subwoofer has survived Shuffle hands. Welcome back. Woo! I'm gonna win! I'm gonna clear this queue before my wife gets home. I can feel it. We're gonna do it. Your battery got delayed until Friday. Oh man. And that'd be such a fun toy to have for a trip too. Hey, you gotta understand, at the end of the day, USPS is not a for-profit business. It is a government-run service for the people. So, their priority isn't to maximize profits. I mean, obviously they're not trying to lose a bunch of money, even though they do lose a bunch of money every year. But yeah, I try to give USPS a bit of a benefit of the doubt. They can only do so much with what we give them. But that's not to excuse, you know, the silly mistakes that some of the folks there have made and systemic problems. But overall I can't. My my perspective and experience with USPS for the most part has changed over the past few years after shipping, you know, thousands of things with them. UPS, they're also pretty good, but I mean, you don't always get the choice of what shipping carrier gets used when you're buying stuff online, so. Yeah, and funny you mentioned that. I didn't get anything from USPS today. I didn't get. There was one in particular that someone was texting us about. It was supposed to be delivered Monday, or yesterday. It's here, in town, at the local sort facility. But it didn't get delivered yesterday. And then it didn't get delivered today either. I just wonder if they're so busy, so backed up right now. Kind of a weird time for them to be busy. I'm not too familiar with what seasons are busy other than all of the obvious holidays, right? Can you go and intercept it at the local post office? For USPS, you have to get a hold of your local postmaster. If you can get a hold of them, it's a case-by-case basis. Sometimes you can. It really depends on if they already sent the drivers out for the day, and if the person you're on the phone with feels like going through the effort of organizing that for you, basically picking the package out of the bin that the driver was supposed to take to go out for the day with his normal deliveries. If the driver already went out with it for the day, are they willing to call them up on their phone and say, hey, pick this particular one out of your pile in your truck. I know it's going to take you an extra 10 minutes and you have to stop in the middle of your route, but go ahead and pick this one out and don't deliver it. Bring it back with you on the end of your shift, and the customer's going to come by the next day. Keep in mind, anything you ask them to do is usually going to add another day or two of delays, even if it seems like it's going to be the more efficient route. Usually the most efficient route is to just trust the process and wait it out as long as you can. In my personal experience, every time I try to get involved with something, once I've set the wheels in motion, once I try to get re-involved and try to make things faster, or like get things held somewhere and I'll just go and pick it up myself, it ends up quite often adding more delay than it would have if I had just waited it out. But and it can be challenging to find the contact information for an actual person at your local post office and not the runaround with the generic 1-800 USPS customer service line. That's the nice thing about USPS and FedEx, though. I don't think you can do this with USPS online, but with UPS and FedEx you can just log into the website and have them hold it at the nearest facility until you can swing by and pick it up. It still usually adds an extra day, but alright. Beautiful. That sounds much improved. We'll know for sure when we put it through its paces in testing. We're getting there, folks. We're getting close to the end. We've got 4034 with no power now. And then we'll wrap up the stream with 3997 that's got something wrong with them. We'll find out. Alright. What's it got? Stun burn. No lights, no power. No power draw from the wall. This is different. Does the kilowatt meter even flinch? It does. It bumps up to 6 watts and then it quickly falls back down to 0. So this is almost certainly not your standard no power dead diode on the amplifier repair. Things just got a little exciting for all one viewers currently watching. Alright, quick sanity check. Is there any issue with the display or their logic board? Considering the we're not seeing the same kind of power draw for the usual faults that we see here. Nah, still not turning on. So it's definitely an issue with the power supply or the amplifier board still, since the logic board and display get their power not directly from the power supply but passed through by the amplifier. So if the amplifier has enough issues with it that it can't fully function and pass through that power, the logic board and display can absolutely not turn on due to an issue with the amplifier, even though the power supply is just fine. If it is an issue with the power supply, I've got so many of those gosh darn things floating around here, I'm just gonna replace it instead of spending the time here and now trying to diagnose and repair the power supply. In the future, if we run out of good power supplies and find the need to start fixing all the broken ones we've stashed away, we'll get there. Okay, let's see if it's our power supply. Ah, it is not the power supply, and I heard a funny noise coming from our amplifier. So we've got an interesting one on our hands here. Ooh! Smoking gun, I love to see it. Look at that. Ooh. Well, there's your problem. Let's get that swapped out with a good one. That took the pad with it. Are you kidding me? Ah! There's nothing for solder to grab there. That's goobered. Okay, let me grab my multimeter. We'll fix this. Hi. Hi, baby child. What exactly do you think you're doing, child? What are you doing? Oh, you're playing with your stuff now? Why is my multimeter not working? This is ideal. No, child, not right now. Not right now, okay? You've got some right there. You've got some right there. And you've got more right here. Why is my multimeter not working anymore? Shit. What do we do? What do we do? We do not have a working multimeter anymore. We kind of need that. Or do we? Let's try something possibly stupid here, folks. Will it work with the shorted component simply removed? Do we even need to replace it? Would you look at that? We may not even need to. Let's see if we can get our subwoofer plugged in before it boots up. There we go. Will it make a sound? Wow, look at that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Achoo! All right. Before we throw this back together, let's do a little maintenance. It's going to need new DC filters to keep the death farts away, and of course, it also has a 48K dated Schottky diode. That'll fail and cause no power. We could leave it there and pretend like we didn't know any better six months or a year down the road when they reach out to us and they're like, hey, it stopped powering on again, and we take it back and it's a totally unrelated issue. But we know that those diodes fail. Even though it wasn't their issue this time, it was certainly going to be a reason down the road. So we'll get all this other stuff replaced. Because I don't want to see anybody's HomePod ever again unless they're giving it to me or selling it to me. Shake, shake, shake. Okay. Okay. Son, you want juice? You want some sippy? Can you do that? Can you say? Go. Don't make a mess of it. All right. Okay. The cat does not want Capri Sun. Do not give the cat Capri Sun. Do not try to give the cat Capri Sun. What's your problem? Why would you do that? No, get over here and clean this up. Come here. Come here. Clean up. Clean up. Clean it up. Yep, clean it all up. Every bit. Every bit of it. It's not fun, is it? Maybe you'll reconsider making a mess in the future. It's unlikely. You seem to enjoy the whole process. No. Nope. Clean it up. Clean it up. Put it in the bowl. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. Clean up. Clean it up. Put it in. Put the fries in the bag. What's your problem? Why do you keep making a mess? Stop. Goodness. Literally I have to keep stepping away every 5 seconds because you're making a mess with something. You're wasting your food? You're wasting your Capri Sun? Shame. Disrespecting the pouch. No, I'm not gonna feel bad because you're sitting there. You're messing up. You're being bad. And now you're making mess with water. You can't have anything. Yeah, scurry away. Scurry away. Just you wait till the stream's over, kid. Your reckoning will come. No. You got plenty over there to figure out. Stop trying to buy shit. Ah! Can I give you a kiss? Mwah. Mwah. You gotta wait. There you go. She tried purchasing a yearly subscription to Night Sky. There's no reprieve. Okay. Okay. Kid, give me more than 30 seconds to work on this at a time. Pretty please. I mean, without making a big mess. It's incredible how big of a mess you can make with so little. And she knows what she's doing. She knows she's being bad. It's alive.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet.
All right. We're down to the last melon. Who do we still have with us? Even watching? I'm sure Shuffle Hands has fallen asleep by now. See, 3997, no power, no lights. Yeah, that's the kind of power draw we expect to see from the wall there. For the usual dead diode on the amplifier, we'll be able to cruise through this one and get on out of here. break this shit so hard. Like, there isn't even a way to close this. I have to force restart the tablet now. iPad baby. Talk about QA testing. You'd make a good one, kid. You find all sorts of ways to break things. And that's coming from me. The master of breaking things. Actually, I'm not the master of breaking things. That title belongs to Stefan. Stop trying to buy night sky. Cease. Here. Here. Yeah, here. You'll enjoy the free version and you will like it. Until you get a job and pay for it yourself, you can enjoy the free version. How about that? How about that? Come here. Yeah, I don't come to you, you come to me. Very much, thank you. How do you keep doing this? Here. You can have, you want your balloon, don't you? What a little turd. What an entitled little turd. I cannot believe you, kid. You have just been on something today. I thought you were on something yesterday. Actually, you were much more on something yesterday than you were today. You're a little better today. But you're still on something. You're on the same thing. I don't know what kind of noises that kid's making now. What are you doing? Your time of reckoning is near, kid. I don't think you understand how close to done I am being here and how much to kick your ass is about to get. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, you better run. Come here. Go. One, two, three. You gotta hang tight, kid. Can you wait, like, maybe 5 more minutes? Well, more like 15 with the rate that you keep putting me at with this, but let me finish this last one. This is the last one we got here. And then I'll give you a reason. Nixon, you fell asleep. You darn near slept through the entire stream. This is the last one. We're almost done. The wife's almost home. We're getting hungry, even though we've eaten a time and a half today. Discord streaming days. Once we get the setup out here ironed out, yeah. Might do something here or there. But it takes a bit of energy to, like, you know, we gotta make sure that we're not ignoring the YouTube chat. And then if we've got Discord up at the same time, now we got to make sure we're not ignoring YouTube or Discord. I'm sorry, my brain's a little too smooth to worry about all that at once. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. If I feel like it, we put in the extra effort. But there's those days where it's like you feel like you're already putting in so much and people want more. More! Where's the child? She's, Chell. Chell, where are you? Chell. She's ignoring me. She's in La La Land. We did it. We finished before the wife got home. She's like 10 minutes away now. We got it close, but we got it done. I guess I'll have to stay up again, catching up on emails. I didn't want the stream to take this long. We're almost 4 hours into it. It would have been ideal if it only took us half that long. But, you know, we got it. We still got it all fixed. Hey, we still got it all fixed, and we managed to do it while keeping an eye on the kid. Sorta. If you could call it that. She's kind of too much of a free spirit to really contain and control. But oh, well, you can watch it. You can watch it happen at least. You can at least witness. Yes. We got it fixed. We got them all fixed today, Chell. Look at that. It feels good.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. For more info, check the home app.
Short stream. You see my knee? You see my knee right here? This is my knee. What a short stream, folks. Have I ever had an issue I couldn't figure out? Oh, sure, bro. Oh, yeah. All the time. We probably get... let me think on that. Probably one every month or every 2 months. Maybe 3 months. We'll get one in. It's usually something like no bass, and it's not any of the usual shorts. It's not the filters that blew up the subwoofer. It's something. It's or the one with no power where, or not no power, where the bass works, but then it just drops out and then comes back, and it seems temperature dependent. There's a few issues. There are a few out there that we still need to sort out, but they're so rare that right now we just have to prioritize our time towards fixing what we know we can fix, and we've got enough parts for most of the stuff we don't know how to fix to swap things around and set that aside to figure out when we do have more time. Folks, we're gonna get out of here before my wife gets home, so we've got a few minutes to just sit back and chill out before oh, I don't really know. There's nothing else. I guess I'm gonna go throw that kid on the couch a few times until wifey gets home. So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Goodbye.